Okay, so hi everyone. My name is Sridhar Kandagatla from the Customer Experience Group here based on Waldorf, and I'm running the Lumira adoption program here, and also taking the Lumira consumptions model into different other products like Fury, Portal, mobile consumptions they here. So there are a lot of other teams which I'm working on so that we could really expand the usage of the Lumira, not just as a standalone Lumira, but also into different other products where the other products can benefit using Lumira as an easy and self-service BI tool to get the analytics for their products there. So as part of it, I will be doing today the SAP Lumira side. I mean, the title in the webinar, it says is SAP Lumira published for BI itself, but as I will be covering more, so here I just titled it as Understanding SAP Lumira in general, the whole suite from a BI admin perspective there. Okay, so today, from the agenda point of view, we would be doing the Lumira suite overview just to get that, okay, what are the different, Lumira tools and products available there here. And especially I will also focus on the BI add-on because that is the future which is really related to the BI admins there here. But later I will also touch point on the different other BI integration aspects which we could really utilize now as BI admin there here. And most important is the latest 1.19 feature which we got is the SAP Lumira desktop governance. So I will also show you how we could really get this desktop governance, so especially how the BI administrators can really manage that the users can see what exactly they want to see. Okay, so let's get started because we have a lot of things to do and also show the live demo there here. So I want to directly go into the SAP Lumira side, and I don't think I need to explain the SAP Lumira because I think we already have a lot of webinars and the blogs explaining it as a self-service BI tool there here. And we have got like different flavors there, like especially most of the people are using the Lumira desktop there, where we actually acquire the data from different data sources there, enrich their visualizations, we create stories, infographics there, and we also share it with the different teams. And we have options to use Lumira Cloud, but you can also use Lumira Cloud as a standalone product in order to acquire the data and build visualizations, or you can also use as a consumption model from Lumira desktop to the cloud there. Okay, so as it is more cloud and we don't need to really go more on the technical side, as it's most of the things invisible, we'll be concentrating more on the server and the desktop side. Okay, then we have the other one is the Lumira server, which is directly based on the HANA Access Engine there here, which directly utilize the native applications server, the database, the data, everything on top of the HANA. So especially for the customers who already has an HANA system, they could easily leverage all the different HANA capabilities, functionalities, performance of the data, where they could directly build, acquire the data from HANA online and build visualizations there, and they would also explore the data and also publish it or share it within the HANA user side. And the other side, I mean, we also have this capability where you could also consume the Lumira desktop visualizations or stories which we have built into the Lumira server there, so that if they want to get even some data from Lumira desktop, you could also publish it to here. So this is on a high level there here, where we could see like these are the different 3 standalone tools of Lumira which we have, where we could directly acquire the data and build visualizations and publish. And now going a bit more in the technical side, so here you could clearly see that now we have expanding the whole Lumira suite, right? Before we used to have like Lumira desktop, then we have the cloud, then we have the server there, and now we also bought the BI platform. Because this is even to really satisfy and then make sure that all of our installed SAP base who already has the BI platform or HANA, they could really leverage the Lumira desktop thing. So that's why we have these different possibilities there, and depending on the customer infrastructure, what exactly he has, he could really pick and choose the different architecture which is valid for him. So as I mentioned before, right, for the Lumira desktop, you have the capabilities to create visualizations and publish to the cloud there, and also to the Lumira server there. But now we also have the capabilities to publish to the BI platform. So all the visualization stories, whatever we have created there here, we could be easily publish to BI platform, and the BI administrators, users, they could really view that as a normal documents of content as any other BI reporting tools which they are using there here, and they could also manage, monitor those particular applications there here, and then they can also view everything. But on the other technical side, which anyway I will be covering more in detail on the BI publishing feature, that there is a dependency on the HANA. I think in July there was also a webinar focusing on exactly on the BI publish feature, where they have just introduced this particular functionality into the product there here, so where the product management has already done a particular webinar. But in this webinar, we will be taking you through a bit more technicalities, and also provide more details on the configuration side. And once you publish, what can you do, and what are the other BI administrative aspects which I could really utilize on top of my Lumira desktop. And just to mention that why we're also doing this particular thing is like, because we want to use this webinar as a teaser for our planned workshop in the US, which we are planning on in November and December, where we want to provide you like some more inputs on the technicality side, concentrating on the Lumira server side. What are the different things which you as administrator need to take care of it regarding configuration, performance, monitoring there, and also same with the BI platform side on the add-on point of view, and also desktop governance point of view there here. So we will be having the workshop, and more details about the workshop I will share you at the end. But here I will be touching upon most of the high level side. Okay, so before I go into the BI add-on, so very important thing, because as you can see, there are a lot of components there in order to really have this complete Lumira suite in your landscape. And it is also important that you really follow all the prerequisites for each of these different platforms there here that you need to really make sure that you have the latest, for Lumira server especially, should be every time on the latest on the HANA revision there, whatever is available. Please check the PAM, and please check the installations guide to find out the latest things as we go on with the Lumira releases. This particular information is actually for the Lumira 1.19 version there. And for BI platform, of course, you also need to upgrade your BI platform to the latest one, and then you need to install the add-on. And of course, you have Lumira desktop. These are the different things available there. Okay, so now going into the very first integration aspects of Lumira BI add-on. As I mentioned, we already had a webinar introducing this particular feature. And just to mention you again, this particular BI publish feature is still in restricted shipment there here. We haven't released it generally available there. But yes, soon it will be available general, so that all the customers can leverage it there. But as of now, it is still in restricted shipment there. Okay, so before I go into more technicalities, configurations there here, let's see what exactly is this published to BI, or this BI add-on there, and how it is actually integrated to the BI side. Normally, we are used to the Lumira desktop there here. I will publish to cloud and server in order to view the content, but especially for the customers who already has a BI and they want to really leverage the platform. So we have a possibility that the stories which you have built, you could also publish it to the BI landscape there here, and where from the BI launchpad you could also directly view all the stories, and using the standard CMC administrators things, you could do a lot of security there. You could monitor, you could audit, you could manage there. You could also perform authentications there here. Promotion management you could also do on the content there, and we could also take it more into the mobile consumption. So if you already have a mobile BI application there, SAP BI mobile app there here, then you can also make these Lumira stories available for mobile category, and you could also directly view with the standard SAP BI connections there. Of course, there is also another from the mobile point of view connections, that you could also have a connection either for Lumira server or for Lumira cloud there here. But if you already have a BI connections, then you could also use the same one in order to view the Lumira stories. Okay, so via web or mobile there. So basically, this process anyway I will be explaining more in details later. But yeah, that's how it goes. And on a really high level architecture, as I already mentioned, so you really need a Lumira desktop, okay, running on the latest version there here. And of course, as you are publishing to the BI 4.1 system, so you need to be on the latest service pack of the BI. And this is the place where we normally have the BI portal, CMC, all the required BI servers. And here we actually need to install the Lumira server add-on. This is really kind of a magic box or kind of a component which makes sure that the communication between the Lumira desktop while publishing or while retrieving the data into the BI Launchpad takes place between the BI and the SAP HANA. Okay, so for this publishing functionality, as we actually pushing the data into HANA, so we really need to have the HANA, and that too everything should be on the same version level. So if we're using 118, so everything should be on the 118 itself there. So all these three should be on the same version level. And then yeah, there is like direct dependency between each of these things there here. From a end user perspective, actually it is totally invisible to the end users, because for him it just seems like he's just publishing to BI, and he just go to the BI Launchpad and he just views the that particular Lumira story. So for him it is totally invisible how this entire architecture takes place at the backend side here. But as this presentation or also the workshop which we are planning is more for the administrators there, so it is really important that they also understand this one there. Or maybe for the customers who want to really use this particular functionality, then they also need to plan to have an SAP HANA system if they don't have it yet, and then install the Lumira server on top of it there, and then do this particular connections there here. So this is really important. Okay, so now let's go a bit detail, and then I will also show you a live demo how this exactly works there here. So as an end user, you will be logging to Lumira desktop, and you will be, once you created your model visualization and story, you just need to publish to BI, and that's the first step there here. And while via the Lumira, using the Lumira add-on server, it actually pushes the underlying data from that particular data set into HANA. And then at the same time, it just creates an info objects for the data set, so that we as BI admins, we could really monitor what are my Lumira data sets published into BI there, and you could also do the user security or do any manage of that particular data set. Similarly, because as we will also publish the story via RESTful web services there, so the story content, everything like an info object is also created. And the same process will happen when you're trying to open that particular story inside the BI Launchpad. Then it will go via this service and get the data from the HANA and then render it for your particular story. Okay, so just for the explanation, so let's actually check it from the Lumira side here. So right now I'm on my Lumira desktop there here. I just opened one of my documents which I have already created there here. So just to make it simple, I just created a simple visualizations there here, which gives me my number of issues reported by line items there. And I have already just created a standard board here without any other gimmicks there here. And now here, if I really go into my performance analysis, this is the story. I have here the options say publish to SAP BI. So okay, I have already provided my user ID and details for my BI system, so that's why I was able to directly navigate it to my folder structure in my SAP BI, and I just click on my SAP custom demo and click next there here. So this is the saying, okay, should I want to create new item for this one there, and I said yeah, please publish it there here. So this is the step where it is actually creating an info object and also sending the data, saving the data into the HANA, and also creating the info objects into my BI landscape. Okay, so from the end user point of view, it's that's it there. Yeah, I could actually go into my BI launchpad there in order to get it there, or because as I want to show some configuration aspects there, so that's why I also want to go directly into the CMC section. The first thing you should really notice is that under the CMC, after you do the installation and configuration, you will get these Lumira data sets there. And these are the different, the data sets which I have published there. Okay, I use the same data set and I mentioned like override, it has created a new copy there here. So you could see this is my data set, and here as an administrator, I could really either delete or move or user security there, or use this in my promotion management there, so I could perform anything. Or I could also directly go, let's say, to my folder structure, either via Launchpad or also here, and then directly go into my contents available there here. A bit more content available there here, and choose my whatever the analysis which I have done. So just double click there here. So here you will see the properties, and here you have the options to really configure the security there here. But yeah, you can also view that particular story available there here. Okay, so just like simple. This is my other one there. Okay, so this is just kind of a example for you available there here, and you can also see from my BI Launchpad. This is the SAP custom demo. Yeah, this is my performance analysis. So this is the story which I actually published there. Okay, anyway, I will be also showing the other things. So let's first go to the configuration side. Okay, so till now you have seen like, okay, this is how the whole story goes on from the Lumira desktop to the BI platform and to the HANA database here. But yeah, so these are the different things which really runs on the back end side, which the BI administrators, or in this case, as we are performing this configuration on the HANA side, the HANA administrator who is managing your system need to do the configuration. Because as you can see, for the end users, everything goes smoothly behind the scenes there here with a single sign and everything there. Because on the HANA side, we are using an assertion ticket, which actually makes the communications between the HANA and also to the BI landscape system there. So here we need to set up the assertion ticket there, and we need to configure the HANA services inside the HANA Studio. And then we also need to create a technical user, because this is the user with these particular roles which we will be using for the communication there. And once this particular step is done, then we will also need to do the HTTP destination configuration inside the system there here. So basically, I mean, normally for a HANA administrator there, so this should be a straightforward one where they configure and install the assertion ticket, and then set up that configuration of assertion ticket into the HANA system there. Okay, and then yeah, this is for the HTTP settings that they need to provide based on that assertion tickets which they need to do. Anyway, as I mentioned, like more details and like hands-on exercises can be done in a workshop there here, but this is just to show you the glimpse where exactly we will be performing these steps. Okay, so this based on the configuration side, and then you also have from the Lumira side configuration. So this is the step where we actually configure from the Lumira services side, where we mention what is my HANA system, which I need to really send the data back. So you need to really mention it onto the Lumira side. Then either on the client side or directly on the CMC Lumira application side, you have the options to provide all these different Lumira properties, like the REST access URL links, or the standard thing of providing the URL in the SAP Lumira preferences there. So those are the different things which you could do it there here. So the most important thing is, like, once you install the Lumira add-on in the BI landscapes there. Here you will see this Lumira services as a new component there, and here you have the options to really configure your particular HANA system and provide the required details. Okay, and then the important thing is like, and this also relates to the desktop governance aspects also, you also have a Lumira server application. Okay, so where you could maintain all the different URLs here that you don't want your end users in order to maintain these users, or as usual a normal end user, he could also go to his Lumira preferences and network and can also maintain the URL. So these are the different ways how he could also manage it. Okay, so and one important thing you need to really remember is like, even though we are storing the data and using the technical users for the communication between the HANA and here, we are not really replicating anything there here, and we just connecting to the HANA, and we could only view the content only from the BI portal, because we cannot really view the content of the data which we have published into the HANA repository there. Okay, everything is only managed, everything from the BOE side itself there. Okay, and then yeah, the Lumira of course is integrated into SAP VM Mobile. You could also do that, and yeah, either does that. You cannot really see the data. Okay, so that's for the BI add-on thing there here. So as we already had mentioned the webinar before, so I'm not doing much there, but I want to now show you the different other Lumira integration aspects which you could know here. One, I think we have already seen the demo, like we could also publish the whole our reports and everything, the whole workflow I have shown you there, and later once you are into the system, then you could also view and manage the content there. Okay, and you can also manage the user security for the Lumira artifacts there, and also you could use different enterprise ready standard BFO like auditing, monitoring, promotion management there, and you could also do the universe refresh and scheduling there here. So because as you could see here, now inside the CMC system there here for the Lumira data sets which I got like the standard content. So this is actually based on Excel database, so that's why I have only the normal security and other I don't want to manage. But this is like one more data set which is based on the SAP Universe there, which I have created earlier. That I have already published it here, and now if I really right click and see the properties, I have a lot of other properties where I could also schedule the data refresh available here. Okay, so this is also something we could really see, or if I want to schedule directly now they're here. So if I go into the properties, they're here. Okay, and here is the one. So here I could provide the instance title, and this is the place where I mentioned the recurrence one, how long or when exactly I want to have the scheduling there, and also the scheduling server, everything, the security, etc. So this is something, if you have a Lumira story and data set based on the universe, you have a better kind of a authentication in order to perform the scheduling of the data and everything. Not only that, if I go back to my CMC, I could also see that there is an option available. Okay, let's open CMC again. Okay, so if I really go into my SAP custom demo content, so this is my healthcare. This is the one which is based on my SAP Universe, which I have created. So now if I click on view, so you could really notice the difference between this particular, so this is just like a small like infographics, because even the infographics is also possible that you could view it from the BI Launchpad. So if I see, this is the other product analysis which I have actually opened it before, You could see there's nothing kind of refresh button or anything there here. But here you could clearly see, as this is based on the universe, you also, as a end user, you also have the opportunity to refresh the data, on the fly directly here. Or as administrator, you could also directly manage it once you go into the folder structure there of the data set. So you could also configure uh, the universe scheduling there here. Okay, and we also, with the latest 1.19, we also have this information steward integration, where we could see the data lineage coming from the stories to the universe data there here. So especially for this particular universe story data there, we could really go into the information steward management tool, and then perform and make sure where exactly we have used the whole data lineage will be presented there here. So that is also one of the integration aspects which you could see based on this particular one there. And the other thing is, like, you also have this published data to Explorer. I think it is something it's available already there here. Maybe some of you have already used it there or not there. But if I go to my Lumira, to my data set, you could see I could really create and publish to my Explorer there here. So it will actually create a info space. So based on the info space, I could actually view it into my Explorer there here. So if you just publish it there here, so this is what exactly it will be available in my information space, and then I could get it there. So just to demonstrate how it looks like, so I will directly open this my product analysis document there, the info chart which I created. And just to mention, I will just club the demo for published data to Explorer, how you could use. And there is also a new feature available in 1.19, that we could also link the different BI open documents to the Lumira infographic images. And this is where you could actually expand the usage of Lumira, where you could link different other BI reports which you want to really see a mixture of the data coming from Explorer or from Lumira or any other documents they here. And so what I really did is, like, I just created a product analysis graph there, info chart, which provides me the quantity sold by country and by manager. And here, if somebody wants to really make some further analysis based on this particular data, they can also directly click on further analysis, which is like a Business Objects Explorer. This is the open document link based on the same info object sets which I have created there here. So this is based on the same info object. So I have mapped it in my Lumira, so we could clearly see that particular analysis there here. So you could see my Explorer info, info sets there here, where you could really perform all the other things which I want to do using the Explorer. Okay, I don't want to really dig into this, but at least show you a way how we could also integrate these particular things there here. And not only that, let's say that, because we all know that most of the Lumira stories are based on one single data set there here. If sometimes if you want to really try to integrate and to see there, okay, we want to show some other data set of data related to the same business case, so I could also integrate, like, okay, further analysis there, what's happening from the Lumira, and I can also get it into the other dashboard or infographics which I have created for customer satisfaction for that particular product. So we could also link that particular one, and here I could really create the whatever selections or whatever I want to use there here. So this is just kind of a way how we could easily integrate the different open document links there here. So just to show you, basically this is just a new feature within the BI to Lumira 1.9 version there here. And if I just go into my product analysis particular screen or story which I have created there. Okay, so I'll go to my product analysis one day here. So here you could clearly see that I just created like two images there, and then I just manage a hyperlink, and which is nothing but like the open document link, and easily these open document links, you could actually just go into your documents wherever it is available there here. Like if I want to integrate performance analysis, then I could directly go into my document link, and here it's a standard BI administrative task there. So this is where how I could get my open link there, and then I could easily integrate into my Lumira side. So directly into the stories there here. So that's how. So here you could see like one more integration aspect from the Lumira, where I could also publish my data into Explorer, so that I could use that as info spaces into my Explorer reporting side, or also some other reports which you could also get it inside. Okay, so that's covering the published data to Explorer and also linking to Lumira infographics. Then the other one with an 1.19, which is more specific from BI administrative perspective, is this trusted data discovery of government data there here. And for that, as I showed the demo. So here we could see that now with the latest Lumira 119, we also have this new desktop governance specific for the BI side here, that way the administrators can really enforce the security for the SAP Lumira, especially for the desktop there, where they could really monitor like what kind of data source the end user is able to access there. So this is not just to as you know that SAP Lumira is actually for the business users as a self-service UI tool. Without relying much on the IT, they could perform their own information analysis there here. But at the same time, we also want to make sure that they really follow a compliance story according to the standard set by their company by the IT. So just going through this particular compliance guidance or whatever the IT has set for the business users, they could still have the flexibility to perform and the use and still follow the all the compliance standards there here. So basically, so that's what we want to really bring with this desktop governance here. Okay, so and not only just to get the data source, but also the destinations the users can share to, and also the configurability of URLs. If you remember, you can really manage the URLs of which URLs you could publish to either to Lumira Cloud or server or to BI. Either the administrator can say that okay, I want to really have a fixed systems where he could publish, or the customer or the end user or business user can choose to change different systems if he has access to. Okay, and for that, I mean, as a standard way that we need to create a configuration file on each user's machine there, in order, and then we have the possibility that going into the CMC, we would really enforce these user settings there. I have the slides, but I think it would be good if I directly show you like a demo inside the system there. Okay, so here I'm in my Lumira desktop. So if I say like new, I haven't changed anything there. So here I could see that I have a lot of data sets available there here, like data sources available where I could choose in order to run or create my document. And for example, if I really go into one of my existing document and see that here I have a lot of other options that I could publish to BI, Framework, Server, Cloud Explorer, publish to even HANA, and even export as files. So these are the different things which are available here. So now if I go into my CMC here, and then I go into applications, so as this is the place where we configured before. So here I have my SAP Lumira available. So here you could see that that I have all the URLs different etc configured here, and if I also go into my file preferences to network, so here also you could see that I have it there. So now what I will do is like I will directly go into my CMC and say that no, I am the IT, and as in our company we follow only a specific set of BI server or a specific set of Lumira server, and of course for the cloud it's almost the same link there here. So I said, okay, now I don't want the end users to really edit the URL of my company's systems there here, and this is also one other thing which they could see if you allow your end users in order to automatically update the one, or if you really want to make sure that I don't want my end users to automatically update Lumira, especially as of now, because there are a lot of things that you need to consider when you have, especially for this BI publish feature, that you need a HANA server, you need a BI platform in order to publish, and you need to make sure that all the different versions should be on the same level, and all the platform dependencies of the HANA that you need to be upgraded that be there. So it may take some time to the IT in order to update their BI platform and the HANA platform and the add-ons, so that you don't want that the users update their desktop version and have some issues or consequences when they're trying to publish or do something. So it is really recommended that you switch it off there, and then make sure that you do it. Okay, so this is for the URLs and the updates there. But now you also have this user security, especially for Lumira server application. So here I have already have my user defined. So I just want to assign the security or change it. So once here, if I go into advanced and say add or remove, right? Okay, and this is for my SAP Lumira. So here you could see, like, for this user I have granted everything, but now I say that okay, I don't have any other BW system, or right now I'm upgrading the BW system with the data, so I don't want them to connect to BW. Okay, a clipboard, okay, they do, okay, I want them to use like online, I don't want them to use like download from, sorry, yeah, from SAP HANA. And yeah, I don't want them for external data source. Okay, Excel is fine, not with the one text name. Okay, I want them to use universe. So these are all the data source rights there. And here I say like, okay, these are my different other rights that okay, I want to say that okay, by email, no, I don't want them to send anything by email or export as file. Okay, they could print to Explorer. Okay, to cloud. Okay, yeah. Okay, I don't want to the cloud, and publish to HANA and Streamwork. I don't want to have it there. So let's say like this is for the users, they want to see, and say apply, and okay, and so this is something you need to do. But before we actually make sure, so this is the standard thing for the BI administrator, is like for that particular user where you are using, you basically need to create a Lumira governance property file, and then mention all the different the configurations required, that okay, you want to really use this particular authentication. So true, and the adapter type is the BOE, because this is for the BOE landscape, I want to use it there. Authentication type, so as my user is enterprise user, so I just use that particular type. And here I will provide my REST URL, the same thing which I'm using there. And yeah, it's up to you if you want to use SSO or not, so because you need to configure the SSO there as a BI administrator there, and then you just use that. Okay, so this is really important that you create and everything there here. So then once you then I have done my security thing. So what I will do is now, if like I will close my Lumira desktop there here, and now I directly start my SAP Lumira. So now if I just click SAP Lumira, now you could see that I should get a pop-up. Normally if you just open up, you directly get it, but here you just get a pop-up there here, and I just type the user ID password there, and yeah, here I'm back into my Lumira desktop. But here now you could clearly see, now if I click on new document, here I have only 3 options, because I have only managed for this user that okay, he should only use Microsoft Excel or connect to SAP HANA or Universe there here. So that's why you could see only these data sources there. And on the other side, if I go into file preferences and into network, okay, we will check if I have really configured there here. But normally you should also see that okay, here you should not have the possibility to change these URLs there here. Okay, so we could directly go into SAP Lumira there. Oh yeah, because I haven't saved it there here. So off, and I say save and close. Okay, just quickly to show that it works. So going to SAP Lumira. Okay, then it's the same user ID password that I need to create it there here. And this one is actually available from Lumira 1.19. Maybe some of you, if you have already using that particular one, you could get that one. So now if I go into my file preferences and to network, you could see that I cannot really edit the URL disabled by your system administrator here. So and here I could see which the systems I will be there, and auto updates. You could also see that updates have been disabled by your system administrator. So it's also something you could see. And yeah, I could also open anything there here like performance analysis, the other desktop governance thing which I have mentioned there. So if I click on share on my data set, you could see I don't have the other options where I could publish to Steamwork or to email, even to cloud. All those options have been disabled for this particular user. So this is how we normally get these desktop governance thing there here, where once we have configured the file and then setting up the different properties available there, and configuring there and saying that okay, I don't want them to edit the URL, or then granting the users settings there, so you could see all the data source before and after, and also the sharing rights there here. So in this way, like this really helps the BI administrators in order to really manage the Lumira desktop there here, and the specific rights. You could also make sure that okay, if any other administrator user has any other rights, so that will actually apply first there here. Otherwise, yeah, you can also manage like a group rights, like for everyone, everything there. Okay, so that's for the desktop governance thing available there here, and these are the different BI administrative aspects available. I hope you guys really had a good information on this particular feature, and the whole aspects, and also the latest Lumira 1.9 features which are available there here, and hope like you will use Lumira and use all these functionalities and features there.